Hello.
Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. We're here with another jam-packed episode of Seniorly Presents Curtain Up. We're your co-hosts. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Emma, and we're bringing you this show live from our homes. But when we're all at home, it doesn't really feel like a Friday or a weekend, but it is. So are you doing anything fun this weekend?
I have a confession to make. I bought a pint of ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
And after I do a really good cardio workout using some YouTube video I'll find, I will ruin that cardio workout by indulging in some of that ice cream.
What flavor?
So I couldn't find what I'm looking for, which is so delicious. Makes an almond milk mocha almond fudge, which is my favorite in the world. So I ended up with Ben & Jerry's New York Super Fudge.
Oh, that's just as good. That actually sounds better.
What are you going to do this weekend?
I have no idea. I think I might do like a game night with my sisters on Zoom or something like that. But I really have lost track of the days.
It is, we're very lucky to have this show to work on every day, but it's amazing how you just get in touch with everybody and you have a sense of people have lost time.
Totally.
But we have an hour today. It's a jam-packed show. Tell us a little bit about today.
Yes. So as you guys know, Seniorly was created in response, not Seniorly, Curtain Up was created in response to the COVID-19 pandemic to help us feel connected in a time when a lot of us are more isolated than ever.
And, you know, this has been truly an incredible experience connecting with music and dance and conversation and a lot of positive thinking. We've been delighted day after day to be able to bring this just a little happiness, something soothing into everybody's life every day.
And we love connecting with you online too. So keep commenting on the YouTube and the Facebook during the stream or afterwards. If you're watching it later, just spread the word. Share it with hashtag Curtain Up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also always share the links with your loved ones. And keep tuning in. We have a lot more episodes with really exciting guests coming your way.
We have such a packed episode, and yet we're still talking.
I know.
It's crazy. If you're watching live today, we want to try something really cool. In the comments on Facebook and YouTube, which I can see, tell us one thing you're looking forward to this weekend. And then I will share it on the screen during the episode in appropriate times. And then if I share your stuff later, because the episodes are available as an archive on YouTube and Facebook, you can just share that link with everybody you know and show them how famous you are.
And I'm so thrilled to say we have over 600 subscribers now. So we're getting closer and closer to 1,000, but we just need 1,000 to add that live closed captioning. So please subscribe to help us get that closed captioning for our viewers.
So enough of me and Emma. Tell us what's on the show today, Emma.
Yes, we have packed a lot into this very special Friday. Broadway's very own Aaron Lazar will sing a couple of tunes for you. Ian Kagey is here along with Molly Hager to share some original songs. Nicholas Leung has an exciting medley to share, and Simon Longnight from the San Francisco and LA companies of Hamilton will wrap up the show with a special number. We also have a new meditation with Sam Strasfeld to share. Whew, okay, stay tuned. But first up, let's first say hello to our friend Lulu at Welcome Home Assisted Living in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Hello, Lulu.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, except for the quarantine.
I know. We're thrilled we can bring this to you today to entertain you for an hour during this quarantine. But you are wearing something on your head that I do know a little bit about, and I'm sure there are many other people who know about the Red Hat Society. Do you want to talk a little bit about your hat?
Well, about my hats or about the society?
Whichever you prefer.
Well, the society is for women over 50. And what we don't do philanthropic because we did that our whole life. But we travel and we go to lunch and we go to events and we're happy and we make a lot of joy and lots of fun and places to go.
I have been I have been to a few Broadway musicals over the years and have seen the Red Hat Society take up a full row, and they're stunning creations. There's these red hat creations similar to what you're wearing on your head. When we'll come back at the end of the show and chat with you for a bit. I want to say that you're at the Welcome Home Assisted Living, and I'm so excited to talk to you after you had a chance to see all our amazing performances today.
Okay.
So we'll check back we'll check back in with you later.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
The hat. It's all about those red hats. And I'm sure Aaron Lazar, who is our first guest, has probably seen a few of those Red Hat Society ladies sitting in the front rows of a lot of Broadway shows. So please let's welcome our first guest, Aaron Lazar.
Hi, everybody. As Andrew and Emma were saying, we've all lost track of time. Who knows what time it is? Good morning, good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight, so say good morning. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon shine through. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. We gabbed the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana in the morning. In the morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to it might be just as hippie if you was in Mississippi. When we left the movie show, the future wasn't bright. But Tame is gone, the show goes on. I don't want to say goodnight, so say good morning. Good morning. Rainbows are shining through. Good morning. Bonjour. Buenos dias, everybody. Buongiorno in Italy. Guten Morgen in Germany. Good morning to you. I am Aaron Lazar. I am here in Los Angeles, California, and I'm so honored to be singing for all of you here in this crazy time. I thought, what better musical to sing from than Singing in the Rain, where we make lemonade out of lemons, right? Let's just have fun. Let's keep Broadway alive. Hi to my grandfather out there in New Jersey. And I think I'm gonna need your help because we're gonna travel a little bit right now. Let's go to Hawaii. Oh, to Spain. Hey! Good morning, good morning. We slept the whole night through. Good morning to you and you. Good morning, rainbows are shining through. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight, so say good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Did we do it?
Yeah, great job. Amazing. And as a reminder for all our viewers, if you guys have questions for Aaron, you can actually type them into Facebook or YouTube and we'll bring them up in a little bit.
So just turned on. Forgive me. Hold on. Alexa, off. I don't know why that happened. Sorry, guys.
That's so funny.
Alexa, off. I might have to go unplug her. We're having technical difficulties here in the home studio.
That's so funny. So I do have some questions for you if she doesn't interrupt. You've been in a lot of Broadway shows. 11, is that right?
Yeah, 11 Broadway shows. I've seen some of you ladies out there with the red hats. That is absolutely true. Thank you for wearing that today.
Do you have a favorite show that you've been in?
Oh, there's so many favorite shows. My first Broadway show was Phantom of the Opera, so I'll always remember that one. I sort of made my big break in a show called The Light in the Piazza at Lincoln Center, which was just so beautiful. And the last one I did on Broadway most recently was the national tour. Well, the last one I did on Broadway was Sting's musical The Last Ship, and then I was just on tour around the country with the Broadway National Tour of Dear Evan Hansen, which is still on tour, but now on hold, as all the Broadway tours are. So
Yeah, sadly, but we're excited to bring you on screen today to keep performing. And Dear Evan Hansen is totally one of my favorites. What do you prefer working on? You've had so many world premieres or revivals.
That's a great question. I think I just love working on musicals with great people, great music, great energy. I've been a Broadway nerd since I was a kid, and started performing in musicals in high school, and never dreamed I would get to sort of become a Broadway anything. And so it's been a blessing. It's been great. And my grandfather, who's out there watching at 95 years old, 96 years old soon, he's made it to like almost every single one of my shows, and I was supposed to be singing on the Playbill cruise next month. And he was actually going to come to that and travel across the country for that. So saying hi to my gramps. And
what's his name?
His name's Lazar.
Hello. Well, I hope that he's watching, and I hope that you guys get to go on that tour on the Playbill cruise when everything settles down. When it comes to performing, do you have someone who really influences you, that you look up to, a role model?
I looked up to Brian Stokes Mitchell for a long time as I was growing up. He's actually fighting the coronavirus right now. So we all know Brian Stokes Mitchell. If we could send some love Brian's way, and obviously to everybody who's going through some tough times here. But Brian Stokes Mitchell was one of my heroes, and I got to work with him at the Hollywood Bowl in Rodgers and Hammerstein's South Pacific. And my grandfather made it to that one.
Amazing. I love that. Well, I know Andrew wants to ask you some questions too. He's a huge fan.
Hello, Aaron. Hello, Lazar out there. So, by the way, everybody, Aaron is amazing, but we were actually introduced to Aaron through Sing for Your Seniors, Jackie Vanderbeek's organization, because they are friends. So thank you to Jackie for making this introduction.
Yeah, thank you, Jackie.
And Aaron, I'm going off script a little bit. I saw you created a video last week singing "You Got Trouble" from The Music Man.
I did.
If anybody wants 3 minutes of absolute sheer perfection and joy, find that video.
That's very kind.
It was, I couldn't believe you pulled it off. It was fantastic. So any advice to any performers right now out there who are at home, who are struggling to kind of fulfill their isolation? What would that be?
Yeah, I mean, we're all searching for ways to stay creative. And I was up way too late last night on an app called Voicey. Andrew, I mean, everybody has to check this thing out. So on my Instagram page, I posted it, but it was like after midnight. So I took it down. I'm going to post it again so people actually see it. But there's all these beats that people post. So all these different beats. And then there's all these different voice filters and video filters, so you can auto-tune yourself and you can sound like a pop star or a rap star or whatever you want. And I started doing Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen to like a hip-hop beat.
Whoa.
Super silly. I don't know if you'll like it as much as Trouble, but check it out when you can. But so I think, yeah, man, I think it's just staying creative. I'm trying to sing whenever I can. I'm really honored to be here for you guys today and singing for all the seniors around the country who are able to log in. And I'm also just working on my debut album here at home, and I'm going to release tracks on social media and YouTube that are sort of me with my music director who is hunkered down in New York City, and we'll sort of just put them together on these different apps that people are doing. You see people creating a cappella tracks. You see people putting their bands together on Good Morning America. So it's like we're just using technology as much as we can to stay creative. And for me, it's important to keep Broadway alive, right? Because who knows when the next time that we're going to get to all go to a theater again. So yeah, just
soon. We're just going to say soon.
Let's say soon.
Yes. And I want to just I'm trying to. Oh, here's a great one from YouTube comments that we got. Jan wants to know, what is your dream role? I want to know if it's going to be in The Music Man.
I would love to play Harold Hills. I played Harold senior year of high school, so 20 years ago, and I hadn't sung Trouble since. And so it was it was a little bit of having to go back and learn all those words. But one of my dream roles, sure, Harold Hill and the Music Man, Sweeney Todd, George, Sunday in the Park with George. I would love to play any of those guys.
Amazing. And there are just a few people who just want to say that you can wake them up tomorrow morning.
You know what? I did a song to get my kids up because everybody thinks it's just a giant vacation. And the funny thing is the school is on spring break next week, and the kids are like, no homework, right, Dad? And I'm like, no, you've been on spring break. Like, this is one giant extended spring break. So we're going to be doing work. And to get these kids up in the morning, we put on Good Morning from Singing in the Rain.
Are they doing the virtual homeschooling with their schools?
They are, yeah. That just kicked into effect this past week, and it's great. And I commend here in LA, it's the LAUSD school system. And teachers, everything is online, so it feels like they're in college, kind of. It's kind of crazy. But you know, I'm one of the many parents out there who've become homeschool teachers, and so if I'm not busy singing for you guys, I'm screaming at my children to do more math.
Well, let's not talk about math. Let's talk about art. You've got one more song you're going to sing for us today. We're just so honored and grateful for your time and your incredible talent. And take it away.
All right, let's see how we do with the technology here. This is from, I guess I was on a Gene Kelly kick because this is from Brigadoon. A little swing version. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that's a ring-ding-dinging for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love.
And that is why he's been in 11 Broadway musicals. Thank you, Aaron, so much. Stay healthy. Keep your family healthy. We hope to see you again soon. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks, everybody. You guys, too. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy.
Later. And thank you again to Jackie Vanderbeck at Sing for Your Seniors for helping make that possible. How amazing is Aaron? We're really lucky. And now I'm so excited to introduce a musician. He's a music producer. He's a Grammy-nominated engineer, and he's a member of the band Molly and the Memphis Thunder. Welcome, Ian Kagey.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. We hear you're in a band with Molly Hager called Molly and the Memphis Thunder.
Yes, that's right.
And,
yeah.
And now you're going to do an original tune that you usually sing with Molly called Be With You, yes?
That's absolutely right. Yeah. So Molly and I have been in a band for a couple of years now. This song is called Be With You. And normally we sing it together, but you'll hear from Molly a little later in the show today. Here we go. Waiting on you. Waiting to feel something new, but it's been too long. And I'm just not the same. Hoping it's not true. Hoping I can rely on you, but it don't look good, and I just can't walk away.
But the second I fall into this type of place with you, think I can't go back, but I can't help but be with you. Knowing that it's wrong, knowing it's the same damn song that I've sung before, and you can't hum along. You are what you are. You do the best you can, and you made me realize I am what I am. Do we try the store again when we know the lock won't bend? No, we can't go back, but I can't help but be with you. But the second I fall into this type of place with you, think I can't go back, but I can't help but be with. No, I can't go back, but I can't help but be with. No, I can't go back, but I can't help but be with you.
Wow. Wow, and thank you to the fans who are leaving comments in the YouTube and Facebook chat so we can share that on the screen. That is the music of a great engineer. You know how to make that sound perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Well done. Before we have another performance, but I have some questions I hope I can ask you first.
Absolutely, be happy to. Yeah.
You know, we know you run one of the most famous studios in New York City. What is a day like?
Basically the studio is referring to is a studio called Power Station, which was Avatar Studios for about 20 years. And so I work for Berklee College of Music, which now runs that recording studio. And so a day at the studio can be many different things. So we work on a lot of really amazing projects. One of the things that's my favorite is we get to work on a ton of Broadway cast albums. So we see a lot of theater recording and Broadway cast albums, which are always super exciting shows or recording sessions to do, because generally everybody's in the same room together recording everything at the same time. So it's a really amazing thing to see, like 30 musicians and a bunch of singers in the ensemble and kind of everything going down and being recorded at the same time. That's really, really cool. We also do a lot of work for TV and film and various things like that, but it's just really great to sort of be part of the music community. That studio currently, we're renovating the building and we're hoping to be open in the fall of this year, depending on what's going on with the world. But we're doing some really great renovations to the space, kind of updating it and keeping the classic studios how they are, but adding a new elevator and new air conditioning. And we also added a new theater space in the basement. So we're hoping to also host live performances there as well. So it's really exciting.
I'm particularly partial to the cast recording of The Prom, which I think you worked on.
We did, yeah. So we did The Prom. I think it was last year in the studio. I guess it's probably almost going on 2 years now. But yeah, The Prom was. I worked to help coordinate those sessions. It was engineered by an amazing engineer named Lawrence Manchester and produced by Scott Rosette, who's an amazing producer that does a lot of cast album work. But that was a really fun session. Again, that was one where the whole band was playing together. So it was I think something like 20 or so musicians playing together at once, and everything going down. It's really exciting because it's just it's hard to get that type of energy without everybody sort of in the same room, which is kind of exciting.
It's amazing when you think about all those Broadway recordings that you've worked on. Is there one that really stands out that you're most proud of?
Oh man, the cast albums stuff. Again, a lot of my career has been with cast albums. I'm really proud of "Come From Away." That show was really fun. We actually went up to Toronto to record that before the cast. It was the same cast that was on Broadway, but we did it in Canada. So it was kind of this cool international project where we did a lot of the recording up in Canada, and then we did some of the vocals and some of a lot of the post production in New York. So. That project was very fun and just a really cool, very cool show as well. So that one was really exciting. Also, Be More Chill, Joe Iconis, who's a really good friend of mine. It was really, was pretty amazing to be able to work on his first Broadway cast album, which was again, that was something that was pretty special because he was such a close friend of mine.
We had Joe and Lauren on the show Wednesday. They
were awesome.
They were awesome. And we had Emily Walton on Friday last week, who just blew us away. I mean, absolutely remarkable from Come From Away.
Yeah. So cool.
But one little secret about you, what is the secret to the perfect crab cake?
This definitely was probably a question posed by Steph Cowan, who's been working on the show. The secret. So I grew up mostly in Maryland, which is where crab cakes are sort of like that's the sort of stomping ground of crab cakes, so to speak. And then I worked in a restaurant that also made crab cakes as well. The two secrets I would say that the most important one is just really good crab meat, like finding really good fresh really good tasting crab meat because and using a lot of filler. So really the most important part is that I would say that 80% of your crab cake is crab. And then for all the Marylanders out there, you have to use Old Bay. That's the other secret that every Marylander will tell you is that you have to liberally use Old Bay on the crab cake.
What is Old Bay?
Old Bay is it's a seasoning that's used on seafood a lot in Maryland. So it's basically like it's kind of like paprika, salt, a bunch of different spices sort of put together. It's really good on seafood and chicken, but it's sort of a Maryland staple. If you go to any kitchen in Maryland, you'll sort of find your salt, your pepper, your ketchup, and then your Old Bay close behind.
Great. I've never been to Maryland. I've just proved it. There you go.
Well, that's plenty of crab cakes to explore in your future. Though.
I can't wait. And we have another guest who's going to join us now.
Amazing.
Yes. So let's bring on Molly Hager. Hey, Molly.
Hey.
Hi.
It's so cool. This is an experiment. We're going to try this.
Okay.
You're going to sing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And for everybody at home, if there's any sound delays or any issues, just keep watching. It'll all work out in the end. We promise. So where are you calling in from? It will. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling in from Brooklyn.
Great.
Yeah.
And tell us about the band so we just know a little bit before you sing for us today.
So the band Molly and the Memphis Thunder, that what am I saying? Molly and the Memphis Thunder is our band that formed how long ago, Ian?
Oh man, I think it was 2010, I believe, is when we did the Ars Nova thing, wasn't it? It was probably back so 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago now.
We've sort of played on and off together for a really long time, but we actually met through Joe Iconis because we used to do lots of gigs together. And so we just decided we wanted to take it ourselves elsewhere.
Well, without further ado, I'm just going to turn it over to the two of you. This is a song from Molly and the Memphis Thunder, their group, and it's performed by Molly, and it's called Oh Well.
Yeah, I'm going to actually play the track from my phone. Ian's not even playing.
Ian,
here we go.
bye.
I'll be fine eventually, but you'll always be a little empty. Made a choice that you had to make. In the end, mine won't be the heart that aches. 'Cause when you get married, you'll be thinking about me, but you'll be with her. And when you have babies, you'll be wishing it was me rocking them to sleep. But it's not, no it won't be. I'll be gone, just a memory. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. She'll catch on eventually, and you'll have to explain a bit about me. That we had good times, but she's your life. I'm the past, she's gonna be the little wife. And when you get married, you'll be thinking about me, but you'll be with her. And when you have babies, you'll be wishing it was me rocking them to sleep. But it's not, no it won't be. I'll be gone, just a memory. Oh, you'll have happy times. I'm not saying that you won't. But time to time, I'll cross your mind and be but you'll be with her. And when you have babies, you'll be wishing it was me rocking them to sleep. Yeah, when you get married, you'll be thinking about me, but you'll be with her. And when you have babies, you'll be wishing it was me rocking them to sleep. But it's not, no, it won't be. I'll be gone, just a memory. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
Woo! That was amazing. And
Thanks.
for the audience out there, so Molly and Ian are in a band together called Molly and the Memphis Thunder, but right now they're not in the same place, so that won't really work. So they're actually performing songs from their band apart today. But that's really great. And I've actually seen you live together, and I remember that show. It was a few years ago. I loved it. But
Thanks.
can you tell us more about the band and how did you guys kind of collaborate and come together?
Sure. I mean, really, it was just because we had performed so many gigs together with Joe Iconis, and we just wanted to sort of see, like, we just sort of dug each other's vibe, I think, and wanted to, like, it was just for fun at first, and then it just became something that we really liked, and it's a bit of a hobby. It's not something that we're like fully pursuing because we sort of, you know, take our time with shows. It's not something that we're consistently pursuing, but we really love to do it, and we came out with an EP in the last year, and that's really cool, and it's, you know, available anywhere that you get your music. So
amazing. Yeah, and you mentioned it's more of a hobby because actually Molly has been on Broadway. She has her own career as well. So you made your Broadway debut in The Waitress, which was written by Sarah Bareilles. What was that like?
It was amazing. You know, I've wanted to be on Broadway my whole life, and Waitress, I think, was such a special, heartwarming, lovely, incredible musical, and I just felt so grateful to be a part of something that I actually loved, because, you know, a lot of times as actors you just sort of take the gig that's given to you, but this one was something that I would have chosen, and that was really exciting.
That is so cool. And I don't know if you're a fan of hers, but what is your favorite Sarah Bareilles song?
I love the song Basket Case.
Nice. I actually
Really
don't know
great
that
song.
one.
You don't?
No, I'll listen to it after this.
Get on Apple Music.
All right.
It's really good. Yeah.
And what have you kind of been doing in isolation, or have you been eating a favorite snack or anything like that?
What have I not been eating?
I know.
I mean, really, I've gotten in touch with my domestic side, and I've done a lot of cooking. So there hasn't been like a consistent snack. It's just been like lots of stews and soups. I made a really good homemade pizza once.
Nice.
You know. Yeah.
I know. I feel like everyone's becoming like a chef, but I am very sick of my own food.
Oh yeah. No, I would kill to order something. I know that technically you're still allowed to order delivery, but I don't want to make anyone travel.
Yeah,
You know?
I know. And I've been like wiping down all my food, so.
I know, me too.
Okay, so thank you so much for coming and sharing. And we wish that you guys could be together to perform, but it was delightful to hear each of you. And we actually have one more song with Ian, but it was great to have Molly on the show. So let's bring back Ian.
Hello, hello.
All right, that worked out. So we have Ian playing one more song. And is this from the band as well?
This is from a band actually called The Band, interestingly
enough.
So it's a band that started in the late 60s, early 70s. And this is a really popular song. So it's a cover song. And this song is called The Wait. So this is a very popular song of theirs. And it's definitely a song that is meant to be sung with many people. So if you're around, please feel free to sing along at home. And I'm going to ask Erica, who happens to be in our household, to help me sing along with this song to kind of get at least the sing along vibe going here. Great. Thank you again so much for having us on the program. And this is such a cool thing. And here is The Wait by The Band. I pulled into Nazareth I wasn't feeling about a half past dead. I need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? Just grinned, shook my head, and no was all he said. Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load right on me. Picked up my bag, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw coming and the devil walking side by side, I said, wait a minute, coming, now come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses, yeah, there's nothing that you can say. It's just old Luke, and Luke's waiting on the judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Ellie? Said, do me a favor, son, won't you keep Ellie company? Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load right on me.
Crazy Chester followed me, and he caught me in the fog. He said, I will fix your ride if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed him then?
Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load right on me. Catch a cannonball now to take me down the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know that she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. Take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie, and you put the load right on me. Yeah, right on me. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Ian, that was awesome. Jack Hawkins agrees with us. That was beautiful. I had my virtual lighter going the whole time. Erica, thank you in the back there. You were awesome in that verse. Hey guys, stay healthy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. You guys too.
And now we have Broadway favorite triple threat. He's amazing. Sam Strasfeld to lead us in a meditation.
Hey friends, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having a great week and doing all right and staying socially distant. I was just going to take us through a little meditation for the next 5 minutes or so, just to take a moment to focus on our breath and focus on where we are, being here and now. I think with everything that's happening right now in the world, we tend to let our thoughts take over a little bit, and we tend to think about things that are beyond our control or get anxious about what could possibly happen. And a great way to sort of calm yourself down, bring yourself back to that sympathetic nervous state, is to just breathe, just focus on our breath. So I want you to, wherever you're sitting, make sure your feet are firmly planted on the floor if you can. Then if you want, you can take your hands, you can place your right hand in your left hand, hold it around your abdomen, or you can place your hands on your legs. And now I want you to just close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose, feel your belly fill with air. And then exhale, feel your belly contract. While you're sitting, try to find a position that is maybe slightly leaning forward, just so that your abs are turned on just a little bit, so you don't accidentally fall asleep if you're leaning back. So we're gonna take another big inhale, then another big exhale. Now I want you to continue breathing in and out through your nose. And while we're quiet here, I want you to bring your attention to your sense of sound and what you can hear. I want you to just take a moment and find the quietest noise or sound wherever you are. It might be a little static that you're hearing through Yardbird, or it might be the breeze outside, it might be the air conditioning. Just take a moment and find that quietest noise wherever you are. Once you've identified that sound, I want you to cue in to your sense of touch or feeling. How do your feet feel on the floor? How does the floor feel beneath your feet? How does your tush feel where you're seated? Is your chair comfortable? Is it hard? How does your spine feel? Does it feel supported? Take a second and just notice how your skull floats at the top of your spine. Maybe also notice your elbows or your hands, wherever they are. And finally, what does it feel like to breathe right now? Continue breathing in and out through your nose. Just paying attention to your sense of touch. Now, as we keep our eyes closed, we'll bring our awareness to our sense of sight. And just look at the backs of your eyelids, and what do you see? Do you see colors? Do you see shapes? Maybe you look to the right and look to the left with your eyes closed. You look up and you look down. Just becoming aware of what's around you. Now, I want you to bring your awareness to your sense of smell. Take a big breath in through your nose. And notice what you smell. Maybe is it some nice perfume of someone next to you? Maybe it's some clean sheets. Maybe it's a candle. Maybe it's that fresh air. It's just raining here in New York, so there's that nice kind of smell. Finally, I want you to bring your awareness to your sense of taste. So just take a moment and swallow. and notice what you might be feeling or tasting. Now our time is almost up. So the last thing I want everyone to do is take a moment and bring your attention to someone or something in your life for whom or which you feel gratitude, and place your awareness there. It could be your best friend. It could be for the very chair that you're sitting in. It could be for your family or loved ones. It could be for anything. Just take a moment and allow your mind to be brought to something for which you are grateful for. Take one last inhale. Allow yourself to be filled with gratitude. And as you exhale, attend to the corresponding joy. We're going to take one more inhale. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling, or maybe straight in front of you. And as you exhale, I want you to grab your opposite shoulders and give yourself a big hug and a big thank you for doing that. And just allow yourself to feel a little gratitude for yourselves. Thank you, friends. Thanks for doing that little meditation with me. I hope you feel a little better. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much, Sam. I actually do feel so much calmer, and I know it's something we all need right now. So it's been really great to have you with us today. So thank you so much. Have
of course,
a great
Emma.
weekend.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
And hopefully everyone watching will kind of carry that with us through the weekend to have some more calm in our life. Next up, we have Nicholas Leung joining us from New York City. Hello.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
After feeling that meditation, I feel so much better.
Good. Well, we're so excited to have you here today, and you're going to perform a pretty exciting medley from Disney's Tarzan. So go ahead, take it away.
All right, I will. Oh, the power to be strong and the wisdom to be wise. All these things will come to you in time. On this journey that you're making, there'll be answers that you'll seek. And it's you who climb the mountains, it's you who reach the peak. Son of man, look to the sky, lift your spirit, set it free. Someday you'll walk tall with pride. Son of man, our man, in time you'll be. Oh, there's no one there to guide you, no one to take your hand. But with faith and understanding, you will journey from boy to man. Son of man, look to the sky, lift your spirit, set it free. Someday you'll walk tall with pride. Son of man, a man in time you'll be. Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart from this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know when destiny calls you, you've got to be strong. I may not be with you, but you've got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know we'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart from this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be here in my heart always. Always. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. I'll be there always.
Thank you so much for joining and performing this today. Tarzan's actually one of my favorites. And I know if our fans love you, they can catch you on something else tonight. Do you want to share a bit more?
Yeah, so my friend Quentin Garzone is doing a virtual cabaret, and it's going to be on Facebook. I shared it on my Facebook page, and it's with another bunch of great New York-based theater artists that are, you know, wanting to lift each other's spirits up and other people's as well during this time where we might feel a little alone. So it's on my Facebook page, just my name. Check it out, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, well, I hope that our audience will be there. I'll be there. So thank you for coming on today. It was really great to have that piece.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. And
You
now
too.
we have one more really special performer. He played Lafayette and Jefferson in several different companies of Hamilton. Simon Longnight, welcome to the screen. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes. You look
Amazing,
good.
amazing.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I know our audience is probably dying to hear about Hamilton. You actually were in Hamilton in Puerto Rico and San Francisco, and soon to be in LA.
Yes.
What is it like to be in such a big part of this iconic show?
That's amazing. I feel blessed every single day. I love my job. I love the material. I love the community. I love the people who come and see the show. The fan base is crazy.
Totally.
It's wild to get to do a show that's so unbelievably loved. It's really cool.
Yes, and actually a lot of us at Seniorly saw you perform in the San Francisco performance of Hamilton, and I heard several times that you were the favorite just because you had some really great dance moves. What was it like playing Thomas Jefferson, though, in Puerto Rico with Lin-Manuel Miranda?
That was
the
great.
writer. Yeah. Was that nerve-wracking?
Oh, yeah. It was so hard not to nerd out every single second.
Really?
I've been a fan of him since In the Heights and all the other shows he's written. And he is unbelievably talented and also unbelievably kind, which was amazing. So getting to work opposite him was a blessing and an inspiration because it showed me that, like, even when you're on this tier, you can still be a kind, generous, amazing leader.
Wow, that's really nice. And I've heard that you're actually interested in motion capture acting. So you have some aspirations to do some creature acting in the future. Can you tell us more about that? What is that like?
Why not? Motion capture is really cool. So motion capture is used in video games and in movies. There's people like Andy Serkis. He's the guy who played Gollum in Lord of the Rings, and he played Caesar, the main ape in Planet of the Apes, the new ones. I think it's a really cool thing because you get to wear a mask for a second. As actors, we put on these characters. And like, even if I'm playing a character, okay, I'm a businessman right now, but I'm still using my face. But with motion capture, you get to fully embrace a character. I could play a dragon, I could play an alien, I could be anything. And then I can get the audience to feel sympathy for this fictional character. And then I can ask the question of, if you can feel sympathy for this imaginary character, why can't we feel sympathy for other people? And people who are different than each other. So I think it's a really cool tool for a storyteller.
That is really cool. I didn't even actually know what it was. So that's awesome. And are there any loved ones in your life you want to talk about or share anything with?
Yes, Rusty and Faith, my grandparents. They're my biggest cheerleaders, other than my parents, but they're right alongside with them. They are constantly rooting me on. They make me want to be a blessing in other people's life. And I want my art to bring joy and love, just like my grandparents have brought into my life.
That's great. And I think a lot of us can relate to that. So that's super special. And if they're watching, or if you send them this later, you're going to be singing a song from the musical Shrek, Who
Yes.
I Be. Go ahead.
Okay. There we go. I guess I'd be a hero with sword and armor clashing, looking semi-dashing, a shield within my grip. Or else I'd be a Viking and live a life of daring while smelling like a herring upon a Viking ship. I'd sail away, I'd see the world, I'd reach the farthest reaches. I'd feel the wind, I'd taste the salt and sea, and maybe storm some beaches. That's who I'd be. That's who I'd be. Or I could be a poet and write a different story, one that tells of glory and wipes away the lies. And to the skies I'd throw it. The stars would do the telling. The moon would help with spelling, and night would dot the I's. I'd write a verse, recite a joke with wit and perfect timing. I'd share my heart, express the things I yearn, and do it all while rhyming. But we all learn. But we all learn. An ogre always hides. An ogre's fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark and all alone. So yes, I'd be a hero, and if my wish were granted, life would be enchanted. Oh, so the stories say. So yes, I'd be a hero, and I would scale a tower to save a hothouse flower and carry her away. But standing guard would be a beast. I'd somehow overwhelm it. I'd get the girl, I'd take a breath, and I'd remove my helmet. We'd stand and stare and speak of love. We'd feel the stars descending. We'd share a kiss. I'd find my destiny. I'd have a hero's ending. A perfect happy ending, and that's how it should be. A big, bright, beautiful world, but not for me. An ogre always hides, an ogre's fate is known. An ogre always stays in the dark. I'm not alone. side be a hero. And if my wish were granted, life would be enchanted. Oh, so the stories say. So yes, I'd be a hero, and I would scale a tower to save a hothouse flower and carry her away. A perfect happy ending. That's how it should be.
Woo! Thank you. That was amazing. I wish I could see you do it with like the ogre face on.
Oh, I know. Full costume, full costume.
That was amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It really means a lot to us, and I hope you have a good weekend.
And thank you. Thank you all for inviting me into your spaces for this second. It was nice.
It was awesome to hear you. Well, take care.
Thank you.
And now let's check back in with our friends at Welcome Home Assisted Living in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Hello.
Hi,
How did you like the show?
Emma, you're a very charming lady.
Oh, so are you.
We enjoyed it.
Great.
We felt everybody was charming, all the guys. We're in assisted living, and this is something the seniors need. We don't get enough of it. And we appreciate all your efforts to come out and entertain us and make us feel good, relax us, all the things you did for us. We thank you.
Well, I thank you for sharing that. That was really great to hear. And, you know, I think our performers actually get the most out of it. They love that they're performing for you and for our audience. So it's really special to connect with you. And it's been lovely to see you. And you have such a great outfit on today.
Thank
And if you
you.
want, I hope you can get access to all of our videos just if you need them over the weekend. And we'll be back on Monday. But it's been lovely to connect with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was really special. And I do want to give a big shout out to Mackenzie Fulmer. She's actually the activities director over there, and she's helped us set this all up today. So that was really special. Thank you. And it was such a great show today, very jam-packed. Thank you for sticking with us. Reminder just to keep sharing on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, #CurtainUp. And share this with all your loved ones and subscribe, because we really do want that 1,000 to have closed captioning for our audience. A big special thanks to all of our guests today with this jam-packed show: Aaron Lazar, Ian Kagey, Molly Hager, Nicholas Leung, and Simon Longnight. And thank you to Sam. That meditation was wonderful. Special thank you to Lulu and the Welcome Home Assisted Living. Thank you also to Chloe in the broadcast booth. We won't have shows over the weekend, but we'll be back on Monday with a really extraordinary lineup. So tune in for special performances. This is a big one. We have Grammy Award winner Melissa Manchester, Broadway composer Rob Rokicki, Julia Johannes from Sing for Your Seniors, and a special performance by Lily Bowen. We really can't wait to see you next week. And we are doing this for senior living communities across the country and for seniors who are at home. So we are here for you. We'll be here for you next week, and we'll be here for you when it's over. We love what you bring to our world. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday.